limited time here. So, okay, so I wanted to start with a few things. I actually took notes tonight so I don't forget what I'm supposed to be talking about. Okay, just a couple announcements that everyone should know about now because she just joined the call. We'll see if Shanna can figure this out. So we should know because it's the end of the month, but just in case people still are in the dark about things going on this month. So we have billions and millions of challenge packs on sale this month. There's 9 programs that are on sale for $140. So that's super huge and helpful when you're talking to people, especially because some of them I think are down 2 tiers. It's not all just the 160 programs. So that's big. The health bet is starting September 5th. If you don't know the details on that, Beachbody is putting $1 million in a pot. And this is kind of, I think, for 2 reasons. One is based on how the challenge works, which I'll explain in a sec. They want to help people get rewarded just for being consistent. And the second one is because they have this app that I think no one is using, and they want to motivate coaches to start using this app that they developed. And so they're doing this to kind of help with that. But basically how it works is they are putting $1 million in the pot to start. And then for every challenge pack that's sold in the month of August, they are adding $5 to the pot. And then you have to be put into a group in this My Challenge Tracker app, which, Amy, have you used it? I like my own account, but I haven't tried it really at all. I should play with it this week. So in order for people to get put in, you have to actually add them as a member of your challenge group. So as a coach, you can set up an account, and then you can invite people to join your group. So you have to get in there first as a coach. Hello. To be able to set it up. So anyone that's in a group in the My Challenge Tracker app, all they have to do is log 3 workouts a day, and then 3 a day, 3 a week, and 5, that would be really intense. 3 workouts a week, 5 shakes a week, and the shakes you have to post a picture proof of your shake in the group. So you do that 3 workouts a week, 5 shakes a week for the 4-month period, and however many people are consistent and actually do that get to split the pot of up to $3 million. And they don't have to put anything extra in other than just having their program and Shakeology. So that's a pretty cool little perk. Our team retreat, if you didn't see the announcement, I know I talked to a couple people about maybe coming. It was going to be in Park City the first weekend in August, and it's now going to be in San Antonio the second weekend in August. And it will be going to a Danny Johnson training, Steps to Success. And I've had audio versions of her stuff, and they're fabulous. Tiffany loves her. She's great, but she's not my favorite personal development person, but she's really, really good. So anyway, it will be that. Tiffany still will be paying for housing and food, but you would have to buy your ticket and a ticket to the event, which I think is on sale for $237 now. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going. To be honest, I'm missing a couple of Fridays already during football season. And I don't know if I can miss another game. And I will have no PTO because I killed it all in my maternity leave. So just so you know what I'm doing. But even if I don't go, you guys can still totally go, and my offer still stands. If you hit Success Club 2 of the 3 months between now and October, so this month, what's the next month? September and October. If you hit Success Club 2 of those 3 months, or rank advance before then I will pay your $100 deposit that you need for the house and food. Okay, National Wake Up Call from this week. I know I posted about it, but it was super, super good. So if you haven't listened to it yet, that is a good one for everyone to get on just to read that. And the other thing I kind of wanted to mention that I've just kind of been thinking about a lot is that everybody should be following a program at least like right now, or at least one time this year. You should do a program start to finish. It's kind of funny because I'm super OCD, and I like having a plan, and I like knowing like exactly what's happening. And so I've been like that about my workouts. I almost always have a program. I'm following something specific. And so it's just kind of how it works in my brain. And at Summit, they were like, commit today to following one program or to starting a program August 1st and finishing the whole thing. And they said it over and over and over. And I was like, is that not something people do? And I think it's not. And so I've just been thinking about it more and more. And it kind of goes along with being proof the products work, is if you're not following a program start to finish and actually being proof that the programs work and that you can do it and you can be consistent, you're going to have a really hard time getting other people to jump on board and doing that. So if you're not right now, pick a program and stick to it until it's all the way done. Even if you decide you hate it in the middle, just try to finish one. Okay, so that was kind of long-ish. I guess that was 9 minutes. It was a little long intro, but those are just kind of my announcements. And so I had a couple different things that I listened literally to like 5 Shalene podcasts today to try in the last few days too. I've listened to a few more, but today I was listening to 5 to try and get some more ideas of get excited about things and what I felt like people needed to hear, or maybe that I needed to hear. And I keep kind of coming back to this, and this is a theme for me. So hopefully this is something you guys feel like is helpful for you too. Is to work on, so I kind of listened to some things about how to get the right content and how to talk to the right people, so that you know kind of where you're directing things and how to present information. And so I kind of wanted to make this a little more active than our normal, or involved. Are you okay, Amy? Make them a little more involved than our calls normally are, kind of get some like we're doing stuff instead of just listening to me talk at you. So one of the things is to figure out who you're speaking to. And if you've listened to like any coaching on social media and how to set up your page and blah, 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 then you've probably heard someone say like, know your audience, you need to know your audience, and they'll go into a little more detail. And I keep thinking I need to sit down and do that, but I never do it because I'm always worried about all these other little things that probably aren't really as important as figuring out who I'm talking to. And so I want to kind of do that together, is figure out our audience. We'll get there. And then a couple other things, just kind of some questions to help you figure out what your audience needs to hear. So the first thing, and we're going to take I already cheated and took a few minutes while I was waiting for other people to jump on and kind of started making my list. But I want you guys have a pen and paper somewhere near you? Get one if you don't. And we'll take 3 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes. We'll just do a quick. And I want you to write down a list. It can be bullet points. It can be sentences, whatever makes sense to you. Sorry, Shan, making you walk all over your house to find paper. And write down who your audience is. So if you are not familiar with how this works or how to figure it out, basically it's you, or what you relate to, what you think about, what you like to do, the issues that you have, the struggles that you've overcome. And you want to phrase, when you are making social media posts, you want to address these to one person. And that's that one person that he's being fine. Okay, go with that. You can come back. You can come back after your shower. So you're going to address them to that one person that you identify as your audience. I've heard a couple people say, like, when you write posts, you shouldn't be like, oh, hey guys, like there's like 400 people reading your posts. You're right. And maybe there are, maybe you have thousands of people reading your posts, but all of your posts should be written as if you're talking to that one person that is your ideal audience, best friend, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to take 2 minutes So it's 7:53 on my clock. We're going to go to 7:55. And I want you guys to just write a list of who that ideal audience is. And because I already made my list, you guys can tune me out, or I'm going to just kind of read to you what's on my list so that you can maybe get some brainstorming for things that might make sense for you. So my very first thing I put on mine was tired, because I am never getting enough sleep right now. But mom, motivated. I want people that are motivated. That's me. I want to work hard. Having drive and motivation to do things is not my problem. Someone that's already fit and likes exercise, but also likes food a lot, and is working on the balance. People with newborns, people that are nursing or pumping, people that work full-time. She works full-time, not people. Organized, loving baking and cooking, confident, someone that loves peanut butter, someone that's really cheap and never wants to spend money on anything, someone that's trying to get out of debt. She likes to shop at Athleta for her workout clothes. She likes to go to Old Navy because she's really cheap. If she's feeling really kind of fancy, like she wants to get nicer clothes, she would go to Banana Republic or Ann Taylor Loft. She's really sarcastic and kind of tells it to people straight. She has issues with body image. So that's like a lot of my list. Sorry if it's hard for you to think while I'm talking. I'm actually going to be quiet now for a minute and just let you guys work. And I think a big thing, oh, it's almost to that time. Man, I can't be quiet, guys, sorry. A big thing to kind of think about when you're on this list that I didn't hit very much is feelings and emotions and parts of your story, because those are things that people connect to, or how you're feeling. And that's kind of where it gets real and you get a little bit vulnerable. So it's harder to come up with those things so fast, as it is easier to come up with things that you like. Or things that you hate. That can be on your list too. Okay, so take a couple more minutes when we're done with this call and think about that. And then the second part is kind of how to figure out what people need, and so that you know what you should post that's valuable to your audience that you just identified. So there's a couple of questions. I was listening to a podcast from Shalene. And if you want to listen to the whole thing, it was really good. I can go back and find it. But she laid out these 4 questions to help you identify what your audience needs. And some of these you may find you have the same answer or a really similar answer for a couple of these questions. And that's awesome, because that means that you really have identified what people need and what you can help them with. So the first one is, what's the number one thing that people ask me? And these, I'm still kind of working on these, but one that I get a ton is, how do you cook for your whole family when you're eating like this? Because people think like I'm on this crazy diet and no one else in my family is going to eat this food. I get that question a lot. Another one I get is, I didn't write it down, but I feel like it was just in my head. It's left me. If I think of it, then I'll let you know. So that's one for me. And the second question is, what would I have done differently if I knew what I know now? And so kind of from the coaching standpoint, you can think of these as like building your team leader questions. And then also from like customer, what do your clients need from you? But what would I have done differently? So my big one, and I try to talk about this on my page, but I know I don't do it enough, is that I would have focused on my nutrition way sooner than I did. That's something that, surprising to me still, took me a really long time to figure out, that it wasn't just calories in, calories out. It was actually what I was eating, portions of things, and clean, not processed things rather than just counting numbers. It's not the same. It seems like it should be, but it's not. And it took me a really long time to figure that out. The number one, question number 3 is, what's the number one myth that you are often addressing? So things like, I get these a fair amount, like, I can't watch what I'm eating because I'm nursing. That's one people give a lot. That's total crap if you're asking my opinion. If I lift weights, I'm going to get huge. You get that one a ton. Let's see, what else? Like, I have to work out 3 hours a day if I want to get results. So there's a lot of myths I can think of. I need to go back and kind of narrow it down for my number one myth. And then the last question is, what are the top 3 mistakes that people are making that I could help them fix? And so for me, that kind of goes back to, it doesn't have to take forever to cook healthy dinners. You can make things that are healthy that your kids and husband will eat. What's mistakes they're making? So just counting calories instead of actually counting on nutritional value in foods, things like that for me. So we'll go 2 more minutes, and I will try really hard to be quiet and try to answer at least a couple of those questions for yourself. Two minutes is kind of a long time. Okay, that I think was 2 minutes. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, so I think take some more time and think about those, but I think at least for me, like I said, hopefully this is helpful for you guys. But I think those are kind of a good place to start, and kind of from that you can narrow it down into 4 or 5 things that are your focus, and then you can put a little bit of that into posts or even into conversations. When you kind of bring things up with people, you'll know kind of what to address before they ever present that what's the word I want, objection to you. And I think if you kind of take time to think about what those objections are and that they're going to come, you address them in your posts, and then people are like, oh crap, there's that excuse, or I can do this while I'm nursing, or I can do this and have my family on board. And it helps them just to relate to you and trust you more when you've really isolated your audience and know exactly who you're talking to, and you can kind of direct your posts like you're talking to a lot of people. Shalene will often say, like, give that person a name. That's your audience. And when you are writing posts, you are talking to your best friend, Megan, rather than like the whole world. Because if you're trying to talk to everyone, you're not going to reach anybody. And yeah, you're going to isolate some people and make some people be like, oh, I'm not into this girl and what she's saying. But that's fine, because you don't need everyone. You need people that are going to want to stick with you and that believe in what you're doing and want to jump on board with you. So that's that. I was actually pretty concise tonight. I'm kind of proud of myself. I don't feel like I rambled too much. Do you guys questions about this or anything else? Comments? Nothing? You can unmute yourself so we can just chat about how things are going if you want. Amy's like, I'm tired. I just want to go to bed.
I am tired.
Sorry that I'm eating.
You're fine. How are things going your first week in? Shan's official now, by the way. Oh, yeah, I announced her in our page. Yes, I forgot.
Good.
Yeah. Good.
It's taking, with sleep training and everything, it's taking a back burner for now, but
Yes.
With them taking better naps, hopefully I'll have a little bit more time to dedicate to getting things done.
Yes,
So.
and if you're getting some nighttime sleep, then that should make your daytime more productive probably too.
And my brain will actually work for once.
Yes. Yeah, so I feel bad. I'm like, you should be asleep right now because your baby's asleep, right? Oh, is he not asleep?
He just cried for like 50 minutes. He just went down.
Nice.
I thought it would be a little easier today, but nope.
It'll come.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else? I don't want to keep you guys on here forever because I know it's late, but anything? No? Okay, there's still, a week left of this month? There's still plenty of time to be hitting Success Club if you want it. And with all those deals and sales going on, you just got to talk to some people. And I shouldn't even say Success Club because I don't really care about points. I've really been trying not to care about points. But just, moving your business forward and helping other people, I think is a better way than to just break it down to points, but they kind of help gauge things. So yeah.
Oh, you stole that from the wake-up call.
Did I? From every wake-up call ever? It's been drilled into my brain. Was that this
From the one this week.
It's fresh on my mind. That's why I liked it.
She said, don't count points. Yeah. Count people.
I feel like they do. Well, yeah, I don't even remember her saying that, honestly. I mean, I know I've heard it. But I didn't think it was an original thought, but I didn't think it was from this week. But it's true. I think it's helpful to kind of go into it with a helping people mindset rather than like, I got to get these points, because it makes you frantic and crazy to think about points, I think. At least me. Okay, well, that's all.
I have a question.
Yes.
The thing next month, I can join your group, right?
Yeah, that's fine. Do you have anyone you're going to want to add, or you just want to?
My brother might do it.
Okay.
And I have to talk to the people in my group, but are you running it like you normally would, like your challenge group, just through the tracker, or are you going to do it like differently?
I don't know. I think it kind of depends. Like if you guys want to get on and we can kind of like share it, that's fine. If you want me to just run it and you be a part of it, that's fine. I don't have a lot of new people this month. Or that want to be in it. So most of the people that have been in it have done a group with me or a couple already. I might have my across the street neighbor might be my only new person. I'm looking at my list that's over here. So I'm happy to do something different because I think it's good when people have been, because my groups are really, really similar from group to group. And so I'm happy to kind of mix it up especially when there aren't new people. So think about that and let me know. If you want to help, great. And if you don't want to, that's totally fine too. But yeah.
This through Facebook or the challenge tracker?
Well, so September's has to be in the challenge tracker for it to count for the health bet. But I've heard from a few other coaches that they like the app and it works really well, but people aren't just on the app. And so their engagement is a lot less using the app than it is on Facebook, because people are actually on Facebook and checking in. And so they seem to engage a little bit better when the groups are on Facebook than when they are in the tracker app. So I've kind of debated like doing both at the same time, but I feel like that's going to be too much and kind of overwhelm people if they feel like they have to be checking in 2 places. So we'll probably just do the tracker and just see how it goes, and maybe it'll totally suck, but some groups suck when it's on Facebook anyway, so just never know. I think it just depends on the people that are in there and what they're doing, so. Ooh, you smell good. You smell like Dad's shampoo. Did you use Dad's shampoo? Mm.
I use this blue one.
Yeah.
In my hair.
Can you say hi to these guys? No. Now he's
Bye.
I'm not even shy.
You're not even shy. Okay. Any other questions?
My son likes to sleep against the bumpers. Whoops, can't see it, can you?
Oh, yeah, we can. Do you see your baby in there? See your baby right on that? Yeah. She is.
He starts in the middle and goes all the way to the freaking corners.
Yeah. Patty's just started, like, I lay her down, and she will turn, like, 180 degrees other direction I go, and I'm like, I didn't even know you could wiggle this much. But she's getting pretty good at it.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let me know if you guys have more questions. Shen, I am sending you a little something soon whenever I get to the post office. Don't worry, it's not that exciting, but it's fun to get mail, right?
Yeah, I like mail.
So you're watching. Careful, they can't even see you. I can only see you right here. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go put this kid to bed.
Okay.
I'll post this recording probably tomorrow because it takes a little while for it. It takes a little while for it to get like loaded and stuff. Yeah, that's all. Be inviting. Let me know if you have questions, and I will talk to you guys later.
Bye.
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 Bye.